What's good, YouTube? Antayami here, back with another video. And in today's video, I am going to record my third place deck profile at the premier events. It went really successfully. I lost essentially in the last round, and I was paired down. So when I lost, I got third place because it was 3 undefeateds at the time, and I lost to my friend Kenny. He was on Yummy, of course, pure Yummy. And it was good. We play test a lot, so it was pretty much a coin flip who was going to win that match. So because we knew each other's decks inside and out. So but yeah, it was a great tournament. There's gonna be a lot of changes going on into the near future. I will make an update deck list on what we came up with after the tournament, but during the tournament, this is what I decided to play. And fun fact, this deck was 40. Now at the tournament, it was playing 43, and I'll go over that because I made this deck in 3 minutes. I kid you not, we made it in 3 minutes, so it was actually phenomenal. So anyway, shout outs to everybody that was there, and you know you guys are, so shout outs to all you guys there. Gamers Alley is such a sick locals. I've been loving it the times I have been there. Just a great environment. Everybody there is really good, fun to talk to, and a blast. So let's go ahead and hop into the deck list and showcase what I played at the tournament. So starting with the main deck engine, we're going to go ahead and start with, we're going to start with the hand traps, because I typically always start with the hand traps or the non-engine. So let's go ahead and start with the non-engine. So of course, we're playing Triple Fua. I don't think we need to talk about it. The card that I decided to main deck at 3, and I think this card is either top 3 or top 5 hand trap of this format, is actually insane. It's really good into Yummy. It's really good into Mizurugi, and it's also really good into Draco Tail, which I thought was going to be the 3 most popular decks going into this particular tournament. And I'm gonna kid you not, this card cooked. I went against did I go against 2 Draco Tails or 1 Draco Tail? I went against 1 Draco Tail, 2 Yummy, and was it all Draco Tail and Yummy? I think that's what it was. Oh no, the deck Chase was on was RB, that RB deck or whatever. That deck is actually, it is pretty bad, but I didn't know about any of the new support, and that new support actually kind of almost got me. He actually broke my board after winning the Dyro. Unfortunately, he did break in game 3, but I didn't know what that deck did, so I had to read all his cards and stuff like that. So I got very lucky in game 3 that he breaks. So I had to worry about breaking his board. So yeah, but anyway, bells were insane. So something that you guys probably need to look into moving into the next format, and yeah, just try it out. It's great. Triple Ash Blossom, I mean, we don't need to talk about this. Triple Effect Veiler, just really good hand traps, and it has semi synergy with your deck. Infinite Impermanence, and then we play the double Ogre. People are telling me to cut this card. I can kind of see why, but this card is still very strong in the meta. I feel like it's probably not as strong as it was before, but especially with all the Yummy players I was going against, it came up in those situations, and it helped me hit the fill spell, or it helped me hit the Snatchy after hand trapping them a ton. So I don't know, I think it's a great board breaker into the Yummy matchup. I actually like it a lot, and I always find use in other different matchups. And if obviously versus Draco Tail, I side it out, obviously. So I don't know, I like the card a lot. So I don't know, it's hard for me to cut it, but I might have to. We'll see. And then of course we're going into our Snake Eye package. We're playing the triple Snake Eye Ash. Yes, all 3 rarities. I'm gonna eventually get this into OT because it's not that expensive. So I'm gonna eventually upgrade that as soon as I can find some. And you play the 1 Poplar, 1 Flame Birch, 1 Bonfire, and 1 Temple. This is all you need for the Snake Eye package. This is the most important card. And funny enough, I'm thinking about cutting Bonfire. I've opened these 2 cards together so much, and it frustrates me. And Bonfire is a great card, right? Because it gives you access to Snake Eye Ash. and it gets you access to Poplar if you need to just special summon Poplar. Because typically when you do go Bonfire, you typically do this over this, but it really depends on your hand. Because it acts as an extra copy of you know, a Snake Eye Ash. But we'll talk about that later on. And I guess, you know what, in the next video I'll talk about why Bonfire is not as great as I like it to be, because there's another card in my deck that's a little bit more flexible and it acts essentially as a better Bonfire. So just because of the consistency of the deck and stuff like that, we'll make some considerations. We'll see what we can do with it. Bonfire may stick around, but right now we did talk about cutting it in my new version of the deck. So yeah, and yes, we're gonna up the consistency of the actual deck, so which is amazing, right? Going into the Yummy engine, and of course we do have our Marshmallow this time around, so that's a great thing to see, of course. Yeah, so we have our Marshmallows here, which is, this card is phenomenal. Like, it's phenomenal. Again, I know I got comments on my last video and I will get to it today, so if you're probably watching this profile, I probably have responded to your comments and stuff, because I know people were asking me, what if you don't have Marshmallow, because he is kind of expensive. I did kind of pay a good amount for him, which is insane. Yeah, I'll talk about that in the comments down below. So yeah, we'll figure that out as we go. But yeah, this card is extremely mandatory now because of your combo routes and stuff. Like the fact that you can get an extra body off of the surprise and recycle it back without using Onari is like the main thing why this card is insane. Outside of it obviously being a Stender, be careful because it does place into canine cards, so be wary on that. But outside of that, this card is phenomenal. It's great in the grind game. Yeah, it's amazing. One thing I also found myself using, not too often because it doesn't really come up as much, but you can recycle your Divine Temple every turn if you like to, because Marshmallow will get you access to surprise, and then surprise can add back your any field spell from the graveyard. So if you need access to your Divine Temple for whatever reason, you have infinite access to your Divine Temple. Akruki and minions, yes, I still play Akruki. I can see this card honestly being cut, but I think it's just a me thing where I just can't cut this card. Like, it comes up in a lot of situations, and I do like the extra interruption for it as well. Even though when you do go for the what's the word I'm looking for? It just helps protect your plays. I couldn't really think of the word I was looking for here, but it just helps protect your plays. It's really, really strong. It is extremely solid into a lot of, like, when you don't have access to Yummy, this card just helps protect your board a little bit more. And if they do interact with you, you just go full Yummy combo. So it's actually just a strong protection card on top of it being a pop. I feel like I like it more for the protection effect than the pop effect, but I don't know. We'll see what we'll do in the future here. For more consistency cards, we play 1-for-1. We play triple Wear Out Vow. And then, yes, this is the reason why my deck was 43. This is the reason. So I was already playing one Hornet Drones, and I wasn't trying to go into the Sky Striker package as much. But this engine is insane. This engine is actually really insane in this deck. Just because the Sky Striker token is a level 1, it actually pairs really well with the Wear Out Thou. And Hornet Drones give you a free body for free. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really, really busted. So, yeah, I'm gonna talk about another synergy with the Sky Striker package that will shock you guys. I used to do this, I think in 2003. I don't remember if it was 3 or 4. I think at the beginning of 4. I had a really cool interaction with this deck because you do play Kagari. But yeah, very broken on that. Going into the extra deck here, of course we got our 5 synchros here. I feel like these are also very mandatory and very important. You play Arc-like because of your combo, because you want to protect yourself from Nib. with the Snake Eye cards, and then you want to get yourself into Arclight, and then after you make your Arclight, then you'll go into more of your Snake Eye combo, so you don't get blown out by Nib. Of course, you play your two Link ones here. This is all you really need. I don't think you need a third one at all if you could play your deck properly. One Link Kuriboh. This is the reason why you don't need a third Snatchy, is because when you summon multiple Snatchies, you just go into Link Kuriboh instead, and this acts as your like a tuner as well. So yeah, Link Kuriboh is crazy, and it's infinite recyclability and your bridge between the two engines. Going into like the more Snake Eye portion of it, you go IP, SP. This is the Sky Striker portion, I guess. And Blue Whale, Princeton Princess, Hida, and Doom Dragon. Pretty much all mandatory cards. The reason why you play Hita is because it helps you take off your Princeton Princess on turn 3 if you ever use it. So this is the reason why you'll play it, because you want to link it off so you're not fire locked. But yeah, that's the main reason for this card. Yes, it's very useful because it is a charmer. So if you get hit with like Ash Blossom or whatever, you can take their Ash Blossom and play through that. But yeah, that's the main reason why she is there. And then I played the one Kagari. Kagari is just part of your Sky Striker engine. One really neat thing, that if you always start with the Sky Striker engine, because you always start with that engine first, you start with you start with Engage first, and then after Engage you start with the Marshmallow, and then after that you'll commit to your like actual Yummy play, like Cupsy or like Snake Eye Ash, depending on the situation. So whenever you always have access to this the Sky Striker portion, really cool interaction that a lot of people were very shocked of at the tournament is that it works really well with Divine Temple. So with Popular's effect, Popular says you can spell and trap any fire monster. That also includes Ash Blossom. So when you have Divine Temple up, right, for example, and you scale your Kagari after you use your Sky Striker engine, when you're pulling like normal summons or whatever, you can actually special summon Kagari, and then you can use Kagari's effect to add back your Hornet drones for follow-up, just in case if your body or your board gets cleared. So you could always like re-loop Kagari forever if you have access to looping Poplar, and you could always get back like your Hornet drones or Engage for like extra card advantage to discard or whatever. But yeah, this is great in the grind game, great to know. Doesn't come up very often, but when it does, it's really like crucial, especially because it's in good grind game, and it just gives you more access, access to just more pushes and stuff. And also it's a Link 1. So this helps you make your Yummy synchros and stuff like that. And if you haven't go to your Princeton Princess, it's also a great way to like get your SP Lunar Knight out of the extra monster zone, because I have seen people think that like, oh, I make SP up here, then I'm locked. Then I'm like, okay, cool, normal summon like typically like a Fua, and then I go into Princeton Princess and we cook from there. So yeah, but yeah, really cool interaction with that. Move it over to the side deck. Again, whenever I do tournaments, I always show off my side deck. So this is what I was side decking for the tournament. I played triple Nib. Nib was mostly for the Yummy matchup, because I think you pair this with any other hand trap in my deck, it does really well into cracking their board, or it puts them on a board where it's like very minimalistic, where it's easy to play through. It's scary because you are playing the Engage package, and you're also playing Marshmallow, which conflicts a lot. So this is a heavy debate card. It actually worked out in the tournament, but I might have to reconsider how I play this, because it does conflict with those engines. But it was still very strong overall, so I liked it. Next, we're playing the triple Drawing Lockbird. This is mostly for any kind of like roguish decks. It wasn't for Yummy or Dracotail. It was like pretty decent versus like decks for like Lunar Lights and stuff like that. People that were still probably on Vanquish Soul. And I think this card is actually very decent versus K9 variants. So if you were playing like not Drytron, Crystron and stuff like that, I thought it was like fair into that, even though I went against no Crystron. Crystron is not a popular deck. I realized it is not a very popular deck. I feel like I think that deck is insane, and nobody's like ever on it. It's crazy. I don't know if it's like a hard deck to play for people or whatever, but nobody cares for that deck. It's actually insane. Next after this, I'm playing triple DD Crow. Oh, Mizurugi. That was the other deck. I'm sorry. I meant to say also Mizurugi. Mizurugi is in the meta as well. Same thing with DD Crow. I also sided 3D DD Crows for the Mizurugi matchup. I stopped siding DD Crows versus the Yummy matchup because it doesn't do nothing to the deck. If your pilot or the pilot playing the deck is really, really strong, DD Crows was absolutely nothing to that matchup. So I stopped siding these. I thought it was like great, but it's only good if they normal summon a non-Cupsy, or, well, I guess, yeah, they could also start with Marshmallow, which is like fine. And that's their only push. Like, they have no more extenders. Like, they have to go for the 1-card combo where they go into like normal summon non-Cupsy and then go into minions, and then that's their only push. That's when DD Crow becomes impactful. Other than that, it sucks. I also side deck the 1 Talents, the 1 Call by the Grave, the 1 Judgment, and then the triple Warning here. So yeah, this card going to 1. Honestly, this card should be at 0 alongside these cards, because whenever you make a half board and you open these cards, it almost feels like you auto win the game. Like, you get hit with 2 hand traps, you passed on like Snatchy plus a Yummy card, and you set one of these 4 cards, is still game over. Like, it's just a wrap. So yeah, that is my deck for now. I will be making some future changes with the deck, and again, if you guys have any questions and stuff, leave a comment down below and I will definitely get back with you guys as soon as possible. But yes, as this video is being posted up ASAP, I will be getting back to all the comments of the prior YouTube video, so I will be commenting down below on that as well. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Again, I'll make updates for future Pearly Yummy. I know you guys are probably excited for that, for this current format. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. All right, guys, have a great one. Peace.